This is The Scoop for Monday.
I'm Sean Canan with the WMNF News headlines. Photojournalist Dave Decker was arrested Saturday while covering a protest outside Miami's Chrome Detention Center. Creative Loafing reports that Decker was released early today. A panel of federal judges says a lawsuit challenging the constitutionality of 3 Florida House districts and 1 congressional district can move forward, but the judges rejected challenges to 4 other House districts. Friday's ruling came in a request by the House for summary judgment to end the lawsuit. It alleges that 7 Miami-Dade County State House districts and 1 congressional district that crosses South Florida were gerrymandered based on race. The ruling effectively could lead to a trial on the constitutionality of the remaining disputed districts. Charges have now been filed against all 3 of the men who harassed Muslim students who were praying last week at the University of South Florida. WMNF's Chris Young reports the students joined community and religious leaders Friday to speak out after they were mocked and harassed by content creators.
According to the USF Oracle, a group of men surrounded, taunted, and provoked Muslim students during dawn prayer on November 18th while live streaming it on YouTube. Abu Tahir was leading the morning prayer when the incident happened. He became emotional as he described watching the video of the incident the next day.
I had to relive the whole thing again, hearing every voice, every insult, every atrocious claim that they had made against our religion. For what? Something that our Constitution promises us that we have the complete right to do.
The live stream, posted by Warriors for Christ, shows men using anti-Muslim slurs and waving bacon at students praying. Joe Maurer is the chief deputy at the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office.
It is your First Amendment right to speak to anybody, but if you are creating a hostile environment where people feel unsafe, then that's not your First Amendment right.
USF has acknowledged the incident and announced an investigation. Chris Young, WMNF News, Tampa.
A Leon County Circuit Judge has ruled that state officials did not make a mistake when they ordered supervisors of elections to scrap more than 200,000 petition signatures supporting a proposed constitutional amendment to allow recreational marijuana. The judge's ruling sided with Governor Ron DeSantis' administration and wiped out roughly a third of the signatures submitted by the Smart and Safe Florida Political Committee, which is backing the proposal. The committee, which faces a February 1st deadline to submit more than 880,000 verified signatures for placement on the 2026 ballot, quickly vowed to appeal the decision. Lawyers for Smart and Safe Florida filed the lawsuit to challenge an October directive by the State Division of Elections Director requiring supervisors to scrap petitions that did not include the full text of the proposed constitutional amendment. The lawsuit argued that nothing in Florida law requires that the full text of the proposal be provided or displayed to voters before they sign petitions. The Ocean Conservancy and Tampa Bay Waterkeeper hosted a panel to advocate for more science and policies to improve the condition of waterways in the Tampa Bay region. WMNF's Leah Burdick reports panelists shared their concerns about water quality and runoff.
More than 30 people heard from experts about topics ranging from last year's hurricanes, federal and state politics, and what gives the panel hope that change can happen. Justin Tramble is the executive director of Tampa Bay Waterkeeper.
Traditionally, a lot of our problems were wastewater, right, and sewage spills. Our problem now is stormwater related and runoff. And so I think, if you take a look at the Tampa Bay region, we've grown so significantly since the 70s, since the 80s when a lot of our infrastructure was put in.
He says water quality has more economic impact in Tampa, and elected officials should prioritize solving this. Panel members agreed with Trample that stormwater runoff is a problem. Maya Burke is the Assistant Director of Tampa Bay Estuary Program.
When you look at all of the water that made its way from the farthest reaches of like Lakeland up to Pasco County and down to Sarasota, all of that water is making its way over the land and draining into Tampa Bay, and with it comes quite a few pollutants, especially nutrients.
However, Burke says the bay isn't perfect, but it's resilient. The Our Water, Our Future panel was held last week at Greenbench Brewing Company. For WMNF News, I'm Leah Burdick in St. Petersburg.
It'll be partly cloudy and warm today, highs in the mid-80s. Tonight, partly cloudy, overnight lows in the mid-60s. Tomorrow, sunny and warm, highs in the mid-80s. I'm Sean Canan with the WMNF News headlines.
This is The Scoop, recorded at WMNF Tampa.